What's up, everybody? This is D from Brooklyn, and today you catch me. It is late October, and I'm doing one of the most difficult and painful things there is to do in the container pond. It's a late in the season. The water's really cold, and I am catching fry in order to bring them indoors. And every time I catch large ones, I'm finding smaller ones. So let's come take a look at what's going on.
From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh ha ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh ha ha!
Enough with the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh, but.
Now, it is so funny that I wait so long to take fish out of the container pond, especially seeing how some of the fish that I have in here are actually tropical fish in the water. Not even the water, the air temperature is dropping in the 60-degree mark, 66 degrees on the average. And the one reason I do that is I'm breeding a specific type of fish, actually two specific types of fish, which are very prone to breeding late in the season, and that is the paradise fish. Their fry grow really fast, and I tend to find that the parents start breeding way into the end of the season. And just to give you a close look, hopefully you can see this on camera, I got some of the larger fish out, and I'm finding that there are more fry in here. If you look really closely, you can see that there are pretty nice sized fry in here, and I'll give you a closer look. I'll leave that guy in the water. I have quite a few white cloud fish in there, and there are some mountain minnow white cloud variety, and I have some white clouds, and they grow really fast. And if you think that's not enough, I even have these sunburst swords that I started in here. There's a few of the fry. There's a sunflower seed that I didn't know how I got that in there, but really bright coloration. Those I really have to get out because they do not do well in the colder temperatures. And I actually saw this guy sunning near the surface of the water where it's pretty much warmer, the warmer areas of the water. And I think I see one of the parents actually is dead down here, which is why, yeah. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, okay, well, I'll get you out. It's cold and they get really lethargic. You see how this big male is right here, one of my males. I'm gonna take him out right now because the water is pretty cold. And that's what happens as the water gets really cold, they get lethargic and they start doing that little dance there. So that guy was probably getting close to the end if I didn't catch him out because it's really cold. The fry are a lot more adaptable than the larger adults, and I know that this guy has been a good breeder here. I want to get him inside as soon as possible, so I'm trying to catch them out. And one of the other things that I want to show you, since I'm going to focus this more on the how to end the season and catch most of your fry, I kind of clear both ends of the tub so that it is an open area so that the sun actually warms this water up. The sun will do a lot of your work as far as keeping the water temperature, and it's pretty cold. I don't know where my thermometer is because there's so much plant growth, but I can tell you just by hands that it is pretty cold. And if I can not shade, I'll try to stand on the end, and you can see that the fry will come where the water is open because the sun is warming those areas of the water. So in order to catch them, oh, there's a nice paradise fry there. If you can see him, hopefully you can see him. It's beautiful fish right there. We're on the back end of that leaf. Beautiful paradise fish. There's one of the parrots, I think, too, just shot by. But those are the larger fry that I'm catching out now. You can see them there. And I want to actually bring the parents in as well. Oh, wow. There's some larger, man. They bred pretty well. There's some really big ones out here. And that's not a parent. That's one of the babies actually grew to a nice size. The paradise fish can stay out well into the 50s. I found that those guys can manage in water temperatures into the 50s, but you want to catch as many of these guys as you can so that you then can cultivate as many of the fry as you can. But the reason, getting back to where I started, is clearing two sides clearing two sides and leaving all the plant life in the middle, because fish will continue to breed as they prepare for those winter months where you won't see them anymore. They will breed in all this heavy plant growth. If I pull one of these up, you'll see that they look small, but the root structures are very, very large. Very, very large root structures. And if I lay it in the water, if I just lay that down in the water, look how it spreads out. And the babies use all of that for cover. So I'll actually bring some of that into the house as well, because there may even be some fry eggs. The white clouds will scatter eggs all over the place, and you may continue to find fry that you thought you missed well into the end of the season. So this is how I capture them. I will move this into the middle. You can see the solar power pump is still running. Move that into the middle, allow the sun to warm that up, and then the fish will definitely come right out into that, and I scoop them up into the net like this one I got here. This little guy here, really good fry there. You can see the stripes are really magnificent on them. Let me get him in. Trying to do that with one hand. I got him. Yeah, okay, he's in there. That guy, look how small he is compared to the other ones. And they don't bother him. They do very well because they're eating very well out here. No need to predate on the other baby fish. And that's probably the best method outside of removing everything in the tank, in the tub, which I will in fact do. A lot of this goes in the canola here. Believe me, I've removed probably a ton, and it will continue to grow as long as I have water in the tub. I will continue to get this growth even into December. I've had that go into the December months. There's one of the paradise parents right there. I think that is the female, if I'm not mistaken. They're not scared of me. They'll actually come up. They're not scared of me at all because they've lived out here with me the whole year. And the same thing with the white clouds. They're used to me tapping on the water. This is how I get their attention. And this is why I feed them by the same way every day. I tap on the water right before I drop food in, and they associate that with eating, and it makes them much easier to catch. So let me get a few of these guys in the net. Maybe I'll be able to catch this guy while I have the camera in my hand. I doubt it because I got a lot of algae here, but I can usually go under them and just scoop them up. But what are the odds I can do it while the camera's in my hand? I did it. Wow. And there they are. So I got this guy in the net. There was another paradise fish there, but I don't want to drop my phone in the water. And that's all to it. Getting these guys in the house is pretty important if you want to sustain the line, the breeding line. You want to have relatively cold water. You're going to pretty much take the water from outside and move it inside. I typically have my tanks already set up. Did I get him? Yeah, I got him. Okay, good. Just make sure, yeah. I have the tank set up inside, and I capture the overflow water from the tub. The water's kind of low. Surprising since it rained yesterday. Water's kind of low, but I constantly move outside water into the house. You can see I also have a filter sponge out sitting in there. Bacteria and everything on the filter sponge. I keep so that I can keep a seamless transition from the outside temperature to the inside tanks. And the fish do just fine. I'm going to have way more fish than I expected because I'm seeing a lot of fry at various sizes. And you're probably going to want to have a couple of tanks, or at least a pretty large tank with a lot of cover. You can basically just take a whole bunch of this. Look at all this root structure here. This is such thick stuff. Look how thick that is. A shame. If anybody needs some plants, shout me out. And I'll be happy to part with some of this because I'm going to be emptying this tub within the next few weeks. And this is how the season ends. The season ends with a lot of plant life. As you can see, plant growth is beautiful. You can't copy it, so they will die back when you move the plants in the house. And anything with algae on it, I basically toss. If it has that thick coat of algae which the fish actually feed on. The fry, that algae is very important to raising the fry. They feed off of that. It creates little air pockets, and microfauna and everything live in there. There's also a lot of soot. You don't want to worry about moving the soot out. You can see that there's all kind of life and growth that live in there that feeds these fry, and this is why they do so well outside. Even fish that I have no luck breeding inside, I breed with no effort outside. And this is why I make these videos, so I can even show you guys how I do it. The one thing I never did before was keep goldfish, and I kept my little fantail out here. I'm gonna have to find him a home because I really don't have anywhere to put him inside the house, and he's really kind of like my pet now. Pretty cool fish. If anybody wants to give him a happy home, hit me out in the comments below. Shoot me a message in the comments. I'll be happy to oblige. I like to take care of these guys. They're really fascinating, especially outside where you can see them deal with the temperature, the weather, the growth changes and things. Look at all that algae. In the house, that algae would drive you up the wall, but outside, it's really beautiful and really self-sustaining. I'm gonna have to bring my lily pods in. They'll start dying back soon. As you can see, there's my little mama. Oh, that's Papa, I think, paradise fish. You can see the long tail on this guy. Really long and beautiful tail. They're used because I'm tapping the water. They typically come to me tapping the water because that is the ringing of the dinner bell. Training your fish to react to you, very important. I've been doing that for a long time. You guys that know me know I've been keeping fish in all kind of different setups, and every year I learn something new. Every year we grow, we learn from each other, and I try to share this information and knowledge with you guys. So that is how I catch the fry. There are a lot more fry to catch. There's quite a few that I probably won't catch until I actually drain the whole thing. So I'm going to leave you on that note. This is D from Brooklyn, hoping that you got something productive out of this. The next video I make will probably be on the saltwater side for my saltwater peep. Till that time, love, peace, and hair grease. Be kind to each other, and sharing is caring. So share what you know with somebody else. Till next time, I'm out. See ya.